Right, so this video was long overdue. I actually recorded this way back in November. But yeah, it's the Miami Grand Prix. We're gonna be starting off with Q2. Here again, I didn't record Q1. Why do I have to? Yeah, just a bit of a mistake there, losing the back end a bit. Yeah, anyways, now on the back straight, you get the purple mid sector. If you look at the track map, you just get some more voiceover thing. Yeah, it's a very good, it's an okay lap right now going there. I think we broke a bit too late, but that's okay as we lose the rear end right there because I just floored the throttle. 129.7, that puts us on provisional Q2 pole. We can't really be too safe. We're 5/10 lower than Carlos. Okay, so yeah, we're going for another Q2 run, but yeah, as you can see, we're actually 3/10 down on our delta, but it's gonna go back up because of the mistakes we made right here. You can see I do not lose the back end this time. I made up 1/10, but lose because we were faster on the exit because of the mistake. But here we go, purple mid sector, and yeah. We're hopefully going to get it right at the final corner because, well, I also lost the back end there, too aggressive with the throttle. As you can see right there on the delta, it goes up immediately. We are up by nearly half a second, 129.2. That puts us on provisional pole for Q2. And we get pole for Q2 by 4 milliseconds. 129.2, Sebastian Vettel, Guan Yu Zhou, Schumacher, Gasly, and Bottas all knocked out. Okay, so here's our qualifying 3 run and our only Q3 run. So let's talk about some stuff other than the race going on here, other than just qualifying. I'm actually going to the Singapore Grand Prix this year. Got $600 general admission ticket because, well, the $300 one doesn't have access to Sector 1. So I might as well just get that. It's an okay lap so far. We passed the Pirelli Bridge. We are 10th down on Checo Perez. But we make it up in our middle and final sector. As we are 122, whatever now. The DRS open. We were just flying in Sector 2 and Sector 3. We are 1 second quicker than our Q2 lap time, and yeah, that was a good lap in it. Just doing a bit of shenanigans right there. 5/10 quicker than Lewis Hamilton. Purple sector 2 and sector 3. You can see we have a bad first sector, 30.8. So I just decided to do a 1 Q3 run because I think I'm Sebastian Vettel. And also, it's a top 5 constructors front row lockout, if I'm not wrong. I can't be bothered with the constructor standings, but yeah, it's a row lockout for every team. I didn't notice it at the time, but it is. And let's head to the Miami Grand Prix.
Welcome to the Miami International Autodrome, home of the Miami Grand Prix. This exciting track circumnavigates the Hard Rock Stadium, home to the National Football League outfit, the Miami Dolphins. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium, and 19 corners make up the Miami International Autodrome, which will challenge the drivers in a tight wheel-to-wheel race. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Maverick lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Russell, Max Verstappen, and Perez, Norris, Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, and Esteban Ocon, Bottas, Gasly, Mick Schumacher, and Zhou, Vettel, Magnussen, Charles Leclerc, and Yuki Tsunoda. Albon and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching out for as they head into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
Alright, it's a race day now, and we're going for a hard to medium stint instead of a medium to hard stint, so we can overextend. But here we go, 5 red lights ahead of us, and it's lights out, and away we go. We get a poor getaway from the line. We're gonna cover up Carlos. We're gonna go through the middle, down the inside after Lewis made contact with us. Verstappen, if you can look closely on the small replay window in the right hand corner, Verstappen collided with Russell's rear end, and he has damage to his front right wing. As we cover off Carlos Sainz on our inside, Sainz is gonna let Lewis by this time. He's really letting his guard down in this race, in the start I mean. And yeah, Lewis Hamilton gets comfortably ahead of Sainz. Russell will have the slipstream on Carlos, and it won't really have an effect because Carlos has slipstream on Lewis. But will Russell make a move going into this next corner? And no, he won't. But Norris does make a move on Verstappen. Norris gets into P5 ahead of the Red Bull, and yeah, is certifying his dominance on Maximilian Verstappen. Yeah. So we go through the zoom barrier, and right now Lewis Hamilton goes on our outside, but we have the inside line going into the corner. We can try to push him wide. As we do that right here, we push Hamilton wide, make space for our teammate, but we have to remember that he's our championship rival. So I'm going to try and cover off his line. Lewis Hamilton's not really affecting the championship yet so far. As Hamilton goes down the inside, I try to make an aggressive turn in for the switchback move. Lando Norris gets past Carlos Sainz, but it's Lewis Hamilton currently leading the Miami Grand Prix. As in a bit, we're going to look into the replay cameras of Max Verstappen on lap 1. You can hear his engines revving for 5 red lights. He has overtake open already. And it's lights out, and away we go. He had a much better start than George Russell, but yeah, he made contact there. His front left is gone. I said right earlier, sorry. Yeah, he just lost a lot of downforce, and that's how Norris was able to overtake him. The rear wing view of George Russell right now. Max Verstappen on his back. You can see there, that was a stupid move. He didn't actually have a good getaway. If it was real life, Russell would have a puncture, and I think that would play more towards his race, but it's like Norris and Lewis, so yeah. But here you go, Carlos Sainz down the inside of Lando Norris, getting the position back that he should get because he's in a Ferrari and Lando is in a McLaren. But Norris gets Carlos Sainz into turn 1 because Sainz locks up. He went from P2 all the way down to P5 in just 4 laps. Sergio Perez following him. He has Sainz a slipstream, and Esteban Ocon is trying to get a move done on Daniel Ricciardo, and he does got it. No, not just yet, but he does get Ricciardo into the inside. Esteban Ocon is now in P6, but Ricciardo gets him back on Ocon's outside. But now he's on Ocon's inside. Ocon gets the position back. They both have DRS. They're losing time to Checo and Checo and Sainz, but Checo does get past Sainz. Sainz drops to P6 now on board Alonso. What kind of video directing is this, man? I suck. Yeah, down the main straight now. Ricciardo, Ocon successfully gets past Daniel Ricciardo, and now on the back straight, DRS open. We're gonna cut to mine first. We're gonna do a dummy on the inside and go on the outside. Brake very super late, but we get Hamilton around the outside anyways. And yeah, he's gonna have troubles with George Russell now, but we lock up going into turn 1. And that's a shame, as we drop back 2 positions after making an incredible overtake on both on Lewis Hamilton. Going through this section right now, I love this section of I love this aerial view of the track, and you can see what I'm actually doing. This circuit, and see that Russell is close to Hamilton, but I don't think he'll make a move because Russell is trash. And you didn't see the onboard, but Carlos Sainz did. Perez ended up getting past Carlos. He hit the wall a bit, no damage. They're very unrealistic. And they're going down into, I don't know what turn. I didn't memorize the Miami Grand Prix circuit. Just a light braking there in 3rd gear. On the throttle, not fully. Completely off throttle going through here. And, yeah, we have to try and get past Russell going into the final corner. And we really pulled away, even though we're battling, we're not really losing time to like the guys behind. We have DRS open, that won't really help us because Russell has slipstream on Lewis. Will he try to attempt a move? It's gonna be almost 3 wide going to the final corner. Russell gets ahead of Hamilton. We get on the back of Russell, just on board our fisheye viewing right now. Hamilton gets past Russell. He will have DRS on Russell, giving him the advantage. And we are also going to go down the inside of George Russell into turn 1. And it works. We squeeze Russell out. Now we're way behind Hamilton. And it's going to remain like that for the next few laps as we lose an entire second to Hamilton, trying to make sure Russell stays behind us. Now we're battling Russell, just defending off of him. He tries the inside, he makes contact with us, the inside doesn't work. Lando Norris is catching up to us because of our battling. Russell has no DRS yet, but we are holding him off in P3. We're 1.7 behind Lewis. Now Russell has DRS on the outside. We're going to cover him. He didn't attempt the inside, but we're going to cover him off there. And that's going to keep us safe for now until we get into the main straight. Going through this tight corner. This very tricky section of the track. No overtaking is possible here. Right now, on the back straight, both Norris and Russell will have DRS on me. We're 2 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton now. Russell, DRS open. We're going to defend off of him, and that's a great defensive move. We're going to cover him up fully before the corner ends. And that's it. He won't be able to get past us right there. But DRS open again for the 3rd time. But in a dangerous position, 2/10 behind. It won't be effective at all, and it's now time to chase Lewis for the lead. And yeah, we're actually building a lead from Russell. And now on lap 8, Max Verstappen climbed back on top of the grid into the points. He overtakes Alex Albon and gets into P18 after Yuki Tsunoda DNF. Now he's on the back of Lance Stroll. DRS wide open on Stroll in his Aston Martin. And Verstappen has the inside line of Stroll. He gets past Stroll very neatly right there. And Stroll fights back for P17. But Max is not having it as he has the inside line going very defensive here. Gets fully past Stroll. And even though Stroll will have DRS, it's not going to be effective on a Red Bull, let's be honest. Max will start pulling away already. And so you can hear Sergio Checo Perez going down the inside of Sainz. But in the background, Alonso loses the back steps out of Alonso's car. He spins. He has damage to his front left wing. And he will... front left end plate, sorry. And he will have damage. He's going back to the pits. And he causes a safety car right there, slowing down Albon and Stroll there for a bit. And this is stupid. Why are you going that way? Why can you do a reverse then do a spin turn? And you can see there's damage to his front left end plate, but he's not going to... He didn't retire, but it caused a safety car for some reason. Okay, this is how it looked like. It feels kind of forced. It feels like a forced mistake from the AI. It doesn't feel like a natural mistake, kind of like Checo and Monaco. Letting all the cars by. And this is where Alonso's not so smart. Going right here. Going in reverse. Why don't you just do a spin turn from there, mate? Why do you have to do all that? But as he goes into the pits. Yeah, going into the pits. Yes, I'm by the pit. I'm by the box. But it's now time for us to box, and I think this is a penalty in real life because we crossed the white line. And I heavily regret going super slow on my in-lap. And as you can see right now, I cause a lot of traffic. This is my fault. I don't know Daniel Ricciardo is there. We get the pit stop done, and we get held up. And this really affects the strategy because the hard tires were supposed to last me for a long time, and now we're going immediately to the medium. And let's be real, I have to drive super precautiously, super conservatively if I want these tires to fully survive to the end without having to box. And right now, time for the safety car restart. On the back of Lando's McLaren. Just a bit of that. Going shifting down to third gear. See, this is, I think the guys in front of us have not pitted yet, but we have been jumped by both Norris and Russell, so the net positions are P1 Lewis, P2 Russell, P3 Norris, and P4 us, P5 Perez, P6 Sainz. So the rest of the grid pretty much stayed the same. And I also think Max Verstappen will be an advantage here, because yeah, he can pit again. Safety car coming in this lap. I'm trying to get as close to Norris as possible, but also trying not to break the rules. I mean, P1 of the grid right now, whoever is leading gets to control the whole grid, so us being behind Norris is an issue for us. I mean, I haven't been leading a safety car pack in a while. It's fun when you do that. So Valtteri Bottas is first. They're gonna have to pit though. Right now, safety car is overtaking is permitted again. We're on the back of Lando Norris. We're just gonna kamikaze going into turn. He does a fake to pretend he's overtaking Russell to catch us off, but we're able to get close enough to overtake him in turn 2. And yeah, now he's being chased down by Esteban Ocon and Checo Perez. So Ocon just right smothering him out at the back. Oh, so Ocon is P5. Ricardo's P6. Sainz P7. He's having a shit race so far. But now it's us on the back of George Russell trying to catch him as he tries to catch Zhou Guanyu. Going into the next corner. And you can see my onboard and the outboard view. As we go down the inside really close, he didn't really try to defend us right there. But we have got George Russell in the end. We are on fire with our new medium tires versus them on the hards. And right now behind Guan Yu Zhou, the supreme Chinese leader. DRS, we don't have DRS. It's going to be based on pure car performance. We are gaining slowly on Zhou Guan Yu. We are going to try and pull on the inside. He does not defend, he just lets us by as we go very closely hit Sebastian Vettel, but they're all coming to the pits, so that did not matter. God damn it. What's the gap between me and Lewis? 1.5. That won't be too hard to get him. Won't be too hard to get him, don't worry. So 1.3 now, 1.5 again? Okay. Yeah, lap 15, we're finally on the back of it. He lost 1.1 the same lap. That's because we're on the fresh mediums. He's on fresh hards. There's a difference. So we have DRS all over his back. 0.2 of a second. We are going to dummy. No, we're not going to dummy. We're just gonna back out for this. We're gonna save. Oh yeah, I remembered when I was doing this. I thought I'll save it for the DRS on the next straight, but I forgot that there's no DRS until the third safety car lap. But that's okay. We're gonna attempt on move on Lewis Hamilton right about now. DRS gets enabled. That's a spectacular move down the inside of Lewis Hamilton. Right now on his onboard, he's actually gaining time. He's on the hard, but I'm gonna have to drive conservatively from now on, so that I can try to survive these mediums to the end. Carlos Sainz P7, Max Verstappen all the way down in P13, not really making some noise. But he's still gonna have to deal with stopping again. He still has to deal with the people in front stopping again. But we try to go defensive here. We can't really do anything about it. Lewis Hamilton gets us on the inside, makes some contact with his left rear, right rear wheel. Russell tries to get us on the outside. He's fully behind us right now. And it's not possible for him. He's English. I mean, Lewis also English. Yeah. It's getting bored commentating. Should I stop making these videos? No, they're fun. They're fun now, whatever. DRS all over the back of Lewis Hamilton. 0.5 behind him, half a second behind him. We're not going to be able to overtake him on this lap though. But we're getting close to Hamilton. 13 laps remaining, 0.4 behind my sweet, glorious Daddy King Lewis Hamilton. There's just no way to get him, man. I mean, like, alright, so, I'm just stuttering random words right now. But we're 0.5 behind him now. Let's go. 0.4, catching up for the next DRS zone. I think we're in a stage of the Grand Prix where I have enough pace to maintain the gap between me and Lewis and me and George. So yeah, but we got DRS right now. We're not gonna take him or anything. And we have fresher mediums. We should be faster. There's an opening down the inside. We don't use it though. We don't use it. We lose a bit of gap there between me and Lewis Hamilton. Going under the Zoom bridge into this very tight section. This is my favorite section of the track. I know it's similar to España, where you can't really overtake, but like it doesn't mess up the flow of the whole circuit. But surprisingly, Alonso is P11, even though he was only across the safety car. But here we go. DRS, and you do another dummy move on Lewis Hamilton. He falls for it. We're gonna try going on the inside. We make a bit of contact, but that causes minor damage to our right front wing. Does not work. We tried to do a switchback. But DRS on the back of Hamilton now, not enough to get him into turn 1 on lap number 18. So we don't get the lead of the race. In fact, we're losing a bit more time to Hamilton. The gap is building up. Not anymore. Yep, anyways. Oh shit, I didn't edit this out. Oh, you motherfucker. Alright, so got that fixed. Lap 18 now. I had a French fry. Checo Perez behind Russell. Carlos is not having a good race, is he? And they also have to pit again because they went on the hard to medium strategy, but I'm gonna try and last these tires to the end. We're gonna have DRS on Lewis Hamilton right here. 0.3, 0.2. Again, and no dummy move. He leaves a lot of room on the outside for me. And then we're gonna have the better exit of him. He may have the better entrance. And yeah, we successfully get past Lewis Hamilton. And Checo actually gets past Jorge Russell. And let's look at that way. There, Checo on the outside of Perez. I mean, Checo on the outside of George. A bit of contact, but not enough contact to cause some damage. DRS wide open here. On the inside, gets him. And Checo Perez of Red Bull Racing. Right now, lap number 20, Perez, Sainz, I think, yeah, no, Ocon and Ricciardo stay out. Come into the pits. And, yeah, shouldn't have went on that strategy, whatever. It's lap 21. It's now Lewis Hamilton catching up to us. And, yeah, this is when the tires, this is the phase of the race where our mediums are starting to deteriorate. And I don't want to pit, because if we pit, our net position's like P10. And, like, I'm not risking, our net position's P10, and we're gonna have to climb up. But anyways, Hamilton with DRS now, we don't go defensive. We go defensive too late. He gets our inside. He's just simply too quick. We're gonna try the outside here, but no, we run too wide. And he gets the better exit. And you can see there the blue line that's indicating me to go into the pits is there. DRS open, not enough of track to, not enough of straight to get Lewis Hamilton. This lap 22. Fuck man, they're so shit, they're so slow. Yeah, tires are yellow already. No longer green. And the hards are starting to find their grip. And there's Esteban Ocon, surprise P5 in the Miami Grand Prix. You know, lap 22, George Russell behind me has a lot of grip. He has a lot of engine power too. He's super quick. He's gonna get me around the outside, but we go defensive. And since Sainz and since Sainz drops out of the points, he no longer has a championship lead, and it is in fact down by 14 points. Make a bit of a mistake. They're losing the back end a bit. George Russell will have another go. He's in a we don't have DRS, but George Russell has, and this puts him in a position to overtake us. And no, he does not. Yeah. Down the back straight, not down the main straight. We have DRS right now, so that's gonna help us defend from George Russell. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. Okay. Very closely trying to get Hamilton 8/10. It's 6 laps. It's possible, but we have to be fast as fuck. But anyways, here's Checo on board. There's actually 5 seconds behind us. I think we've got him. And you can see there, his engine just failed on him and retired from the race. So Alonso not retiring causes a safety car. This doesn't even trigger a VSC. I don't know. Codemasters logic. Not really Codemasters are And on back to the battle. We cut the corner by a lot. I'm not even going to say a bit. We're a second ahead of George, but I think he still has DRS. Because he was less than a second behind in the detection zone. Right now on the main straight, trying to get Hamilton. We go round the outside of Lewis Hamilton. But is he going to get back down the inside? No, he does not. We have the outside line. He squeezes us into the wall. That was great defensive work by Lewis Hamilton. We're going to have DRS open going into turn 1. Can this work this time round? Into turn 1, back off. Because I don't want to risk it. And yeah, it's George Russell caught back up to us again. So yeah, fuck man. Russell, your Jorge Rus, but now on board with a Maximilian Verstappen on Fernando Esteban Ocon. This is for P6 as he gets the move successfully done. Did not break a single sweat trying to get past Ocon in the Alpine. The Red Bull, man, Red Bull too powerful in the corners. Next, it's Ricciardo for P5. He tries to go on the outside, but it does not work. Now the outside again. And he's going to have to fight Ricciardo a bit. Ricciardo's got his elbows out. right here. As you can see, forces him wide. But Verstappen, aggressive turn in into this tight section, and it's over for Ricciardo. Verstappen solidifies P5 after going down last in the first lap. And it's the final lap now. And we've ultimately failed this race. Well, not yet. We still have a chance to get Lewis. We're going to do a mega push right now. You don't have to worry about the tires anymore. 50%. So you don't need to worry about the tires that much anymore because it's the final lap. We're just going to push all the way to the end, but it seems like it's not enough. 8 tenths on Lewis Hamilton. And we're saving the battery for the straight. Here we go. 9 tenths on Hamilton. DRS open after the F1 to advertisement bridge. Is it gonna be enough? Is it gonna be enough? To the end of the corner? No, it's not. But you're very close. Going wide over there. We have to cover off Russell. If we were able to maintain that, we may have got him on the back straight. But no, we do not. And but right now in the back straight, 4 tenths behind Lewis. If we nearly got him, then we would have a better chance. But right now, it's almost gone. 7 tenths behind. There's no way. Lewis Hamilton will probably is going to cross the line to win this race. Yeah, we're just not going to be able to get close enough. We understeer massively. And George Russell may get us too, but Lewis Hamilton wins the Miami Grand Prix.
That was actually a great race, mate. Absolute masterclass.
Oh, well managed from you guys too, man. Thank you so much for all your efforts, guys. Everyone really worked hard for this. Gotta keep pushing, for sure.
Here we are then, a phenomenal Miami Grand Prix, and what a great show of skill from our race winners today. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Right, so that was that. Pretty decent performance from me overall. Wasn't able to keep the lead after lap 3 or 2, but
takes over the lead of the drivers'
I mean, I can't complain. We get Carlos Sainz in the standings. He finishes P17.
He managed to keep a
He
cool
finished
head today whilst pushing
P13.
through
Gets
the
the
field.
fastest lap
Let's move on
though.
to the constructors. No change in the top spot then,
So
but with today's
oh, he pit
points,
again. He
their
pit
hold
3
on that
times. He
lead
pit
is getting
twice.
weaker. There was also a strong
I'm too
showing
lazy
from
to
the
edit that in.
Mercedes
Come on.
team today, as they
Standings
make their way up the standings.
89-75.
After an event like that, who
We
knows
lead the
what
standings
sport has in store for us
comfortably.
next
Lewis
time
Hamilton
out.
overtakes
Be sure to join us once
Perez in
again
the
as
standings.
we continue
Mercedes
to
get
bring
Red
you all
Bull.
the excitement
Williams
of
get Alfa
Formula
Romeo.
One.
And yeah, next race is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So that's probably going to be a 50-minute video. Anyways, yeah, see you guys in the next video. Yeah.